Hello, my name is John Monllos. Welcome to my video jazz guitar series. Today we're going to talk about how to play blue bossa. I know a lot of heavy-duty jazz guys think this song is cliche, but it's actually a really good song to study. It's a really good place to start with playing jazz and improvising. Secondly, it's only a 16-bar form. So it's not overwhelming to learn as far as a form goes with jazz guitar. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to talk about is playing the melody. I like to play the melody in third position on the guitar, kind of in this zone with the C minor or the E flat major scale. In this area. So we're down here, I'm in the 3rd fret, going up to this B flat on the 6th fret. So you heard in the performance, I take a lot of rhythmic liberties with this melody, but just to play it straight one time through, it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3. melody. And like I said, once you get familiar with the song, it's customary to take rhythmic liberties with the melody, unless you're playing it with somebody else. Then you want to concur about how you're going to play it, or at least have your radar on and listen to the other person and how they're phrasing it. The second thing I want to talk about is the accompaniment. I didn't play any accompaniment in the performance there because I had Band in the Box behind me, and actually if you have not checked out the new Band in the Box, it's very good. I think the rhythm section sounds really good, but it's a great tool that I use to practice. But let's talk about some voicings and how to play them on the guitar. Probably most of you know this voicing of C minor 7, which has the root, the 5th, the flatted 7th, and the minor 3rd. So you have C, G, B flat, and E flat. What I like to do is I like to get rid of the 5th in this voicing and actually double the 3rd. And so I revoice it like this. First of all, I think that's a richer sounding voicing. You have this octave of E flat here. Secondly, what that allows you to do is to walk a little bass line. So if I was going to play this with another guitar player and I wanted to do a simulated bass line, well, an actual bass line, but kind of sound more like a rhythm section, I could do something like this. So the chords to this song are C minor 7, and I'm using that voicing with a doubled 3rd there, which I think is really nice. The next chord is an F minor 7 with the same voicing. You could also play it down here. And there's a million ways you can play these chords. I like to take it up. Then we have D minor 7 flat 5. Okay. Now if you know your D minor 7 voicing, the one with the 5th in it, and then you just drop the 5th, so you're taking the A down to an A flat, this gives you a D minor 7 flat 5. A lot of people refer to this as D half diminished. Both are correct. And you would see that D with a circle and a slash through it, or you might see it written as D minor 7 flat 5. The next chord is a G7, and I like to put a E flat on top of that chord, which is the flat 13. And that's nice voice leading, which takes you back to the C minor, because you have a common tone. So you have the tension here with the E flat on top, and then release back to the C minor. Then the only other chords that you need to know are E flat minor 7. I use the same voicing for that with the doubled 3rd, and then A flat 7 with an F on top, and that's the natural 13. And the reason why I like an F on top is because you're going to D flat major 7. So I keep that common tone. F becomes the 3rd on the D flat major 7. So you're keeping a common tone. The 13 becomes the third in the next chord. So I'm just going to play this along with the drummer, and I'm going to show you my version of the accompaniment. Okay, I'm going to let the drummer keep going here. You can also play this as a strumming tune, which also works out really nice if you're like backing a saxophone player. So let me show you what that sounds like. So it's really good to first practice the accompaniment. One of the things about practicing the accompaniment, and one of the things about the guitar is a very visual instrument. And one of the things you can use besides scale type things for improvisation is you can use parts of chords or arpeggios to improvise over this. So on the C minor 7, if you visualize, so I just did a little riff over C minor 7 and then F minor 7. It's really easy if you visualize the chord shapes as you're coming up with ideas for improvisation. Plus, it'll make you sound less like you're playing up and down a scale and more melodic. So those are some good things to keep in mind, like good ideas for improv. But as I mentioned earlier, one of the things about this song is you're basically switching between two scales and trying to make the transitions sound smooth. So you have the C minor scale or the E flat major scale. They're both the same 7 notes. C minor being the relative minor to the key of E flat. So you have G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat. Those are all your available notes there in third position. So improving over this, now here's where it changes keys, and it goes to the key of D flat major. can hear all those notes were diatonic to the key of D flat major. Then you have, once again, this D half diminished is where it brings you back to the key of C minor. The D half diminished G7 are the 2-5 in the key of C minor. And that's another great thing about this tune is you have a minor 2-5 to negotiate, and then when it goes to the D flat major, you have a major 2-5, E flat minor 7 to A flat 7 to D flat major. So it's landing on the D flat major chord. That's why I say it's a major 2-5 or a 2-5-1 in the key of D flat major. And you also have a 2-5-1 in the key of C minor. So a really good thing to do is to plan out where your scale patterns are going to be on the guitar. You should be able to play these scales all over the neck with equal frequency, or ability, I should say. Switching to D flat major. So going up one scale and down another scale in different positions is a really good way to practice this tune, and a really good way to try and connect your lines. Also, learning some 2-5-1 licks and applying them on this tune, maybe something like that was a little slower. I think you heard me play that in the solo. That's a nice way to lead into your key of D flat. So, Blue Bossa, check it out. Learn the accompaniment, learn the melody, learn your C minor scale, and learn your D flat major scale. Good stuff to work on. We'll see you next time.